looked at this morning. So with G here, we haven't really covered it in my classes in the no-gi month here, but to control his arm and his body, probably the simplest way no-gi here is the classic over, right? And we've done a lot of overhook stuff, both gi and no-gi. But then we also looked at, instead of the overhook, getting underneath and using this underneath, or the underhook grip, to start attacking the arm, setting up triangle omoplatas. We have a lot of options with the underhook also. For the octopus guard, we're not going over or under with one arm. We're gonna dive with both of our arms and our body through the hole. So as he has good base and posture here, I pick a side and I am diving through that side. So both of my hands go through first, and I do a crunch, and as I do a crunch, I'm using my arms to lift up so I can get underneath. And as I get underneath, my arm that is closest to G is just draped across his back here, using my elbow and tricep right across the back of the shoulders to just hold on. It's not like I want G absolutely pinned here, because I'm looking for a reaction here. So when I come across and I'm just across his back, I'm crunching up and keeping my head up, because I know a common reaction is G will want to back up to where he came from. And if he backs up, he's going to take that arm and reach back for my head. And if he reaches back for my head, no problem if he grabs my head here, because he's not in the strongest position. It's easy for me to grab his wrist and manipulate this arm because I'm behind his lat muscle here. I have it under control. And I'm just going to put his wrist right behind my head, and I'm going to lay back to the mat. Right? Use my head to keep that pin. Now we have a nice wrist lock right here. I just get to the top and move in. I could twist on that wrist too if I want to make it a nastier wrist lock. So always a nice easy sub here. If G all of a sudden just tightens up his wrist anytime anybody touches the wrist and I feel this isn't working, I'm going to feed him the pass. I let this leg go because I know G's going to want to step over and pass, which will give me the half guard here. Now that I have the half guard and the wrist lock isn't working, we're just going to sit up. And as I sit up, I'll grab his leg, and we have the calf slicer right here. A lot of times when I go for the calf slicer here, because this side of the body's not under control, he's going to figure out if he rolls, he could relieve pressure. But if he rolls right into the calf slicer here, or even the banana split. Not my favorite submission. I feel like it doesn't work a lot of the times, but it is a position where I push his hips away while I lock this hip in. I might get a sub. And if G really fights this one, well then I'll let him go, because the back take is right there. It's simple to get on the back. Okay? So we start in the closed guard, the end goal taking the back here. So I dive through the hole. As I dive through the hole, getting underneath, using my arms to get under, draping across, and as he reaches back, I grab this arm, put it behind my head, and then heavy head on the mat. See if you can get a wrist lock here. If all of a sudden he stiffens up on the wrist lock and doesn't want you to get it, we'll feed him the pass. Once he goes for the pass, I'm locking up half guard. You can even get lockdown if you want here, but I just need to sit up, get this exposed leg, and just get to the end of the lever, pull back. Number one, right? I could force him to roll, or he rolls himself. If I force him to roll, grab the ankle and pull. We have another slicer here, a banana split if we want it, and a back take on this. All right, we got 10 minutes. Let's